Welcome back to another episode of watching Matthew piss about with a camper van and yeah, see if he actually gets anywhere. Yeah, I think that we did this 2 videos ago. We're taking the gearbox out, or 3 videos away. Big old long hair there, isn't it? Anyway, that's what we're doing. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to get the gearbox out. We can check the bell housing, get the flywheel back off again and see what the seal looks like. And then hopefully we can see that I did something wrong or the seal was not correct or, you know, like I damaged it basically, and we can prove that the oil is coming from there. But first thing to do is get it up on the ramps. I'm going to film this before I've even actually taken the gearbox off, so that hopefully at the end of this video we do take it for a drive. Anyway, let's stop the talking. It's 8 o'clock on a bank holiday weekend, 8 AM. Wife's at work, and yeah, gearbox out, drive shafts disconnected, clutch disconnected, exhaust disconnected a little bit to allow it to cantilever. Gearbox mount, gearbox bolts, and then it should come out and fall onto our lap. Now, if I want to blow my own trumpet, obviously rushing, not really that rushing, I'll take my time. Just over an hour and a quarter, which I'm sure the VW boys will laugh at, but there's definitely oil on the flywheel. Hopefully it hasn't ruined the clutch, because that'll be a bit of a bomb. Worth getting off just to get some of this swarf off. Not a lot in there actually. Don't quite know where it was rubbing. I can see where I ground it, so I guess I just didn't grind it enough. But yeah, literally it is only one spot, give or take. Let's get it out. Oh, let's get it right out so we can see it. And then we'll have to lock the flywheel up. Let's get the flywheel off so I can tell Dad what I've done wrong. Okay, this is where I had to grind anyway, and you grind a little bit up here as well. I think I just didn't grind quite enough off there. That feels just a little bit chewed, so we'll take a little bit more off there. Now it's made its own clearance. A little bit there. There's a little scratch here, but that was from the original time when I was putting the flywheel on, just manually on here and just spinning it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, you can see all the bloody oil that just got flown up. It would have been silly to do any more test driving. Hopefully I've got away with it already. So let's lock the flywheel up, take the flywheel off and see what we're left with. Okay, sit rep. Hopefully no one's watching this part because I'm going to be telling you all about my mistakes. Someone said in the last video in the comments, these clutches come pre-assembled. He goes, I wonder if the clutch part was just nipped up and not torqued up. Yes, I can confirm. They come undone quite easily. So, in hindsight, big lessons learned, and actually it was worth bringing the gearbox off because one, we can fix a little bit more of the shavings. We can make sure the clutch diaphragm and everything's all nice and tight. I need to get myself a clutch alignment tool now because it's not aligned. I could use the thingy shaft on the end there. Oh, I think I still could actually, couldn't I? Because I could fit the clutch to the flywheel while it's all just out of the box. Well, I'll think about that. Because, yeah, basically you can use this input shaft as an alignment tool because that's what it does, basically, obviously. Anyway, let's get under the car and I'll show you what we found. Oh, bear with the brilliant quality of everything in here. Yeah, I've done something to this seal. You can see oil all around this seal here. I can't see, there's a gasket on the back of this casting. I can't see much fluid coming out there. So I either damaged this or it was dodgy to start with. You never know, it could have been returned, could have been sitting on the shelf for years. I wasn't 100% when I put it on, which is stupid again. If you're not 100% about something, stop. I need to stop because this is costing me time, all these problems. So anyway, let's whip this off and get it on the bench and let's have a look. Okay, we're off. You can definitely see it's wetter at the bottom, which is obviously makes sense because oil falls to the bottom of a ring. So definitely something's wrong with this. It's leaking from this. It's hard to tell. It looks like there's a slight deformation just on the bottom ridge here, but it's so hard to tell. You know, it really doesn't take much to have a crap seal. Yeah. Anyway, it's coming from there. We'll fit a new one. Fingers crossed we can fit it, and we'll make sure if there's a, yeah. Well, we're all good to do. Well, we can't do much more now, so let's find something else to do. I'm waiting for parts. I didn't film much. I just got down here this morning. Bloody drive shafts do that. Flywheel, gearbox, everything back on. I haven't done the drive shafts up yet. I just wanted to get the thing running. Put a bit of cardboard under there. Well, no oil leaks per se so far, so time to take it for a little bit of a test drive. Okay, get some diesel to be honest, because I'm a bit low on diesel. Let's see if we can make it to the petrol station. Put summer keys in. Brake pedals, I've still got, I'll get an airflow meter reader now as well, code which I never used to. Hopefully we make it back. I'll update you in a second. I sort of heard a knock, but that could still be stuff laying around. Got a lot of air noise down the bottom here, but I just realised I've cut the step out and I haven't filled it in yet. So, Flintstones. I definitely know there's loads of stuff in the back here. There's some plates sitting on it, which isn't the best thing to have done. But yeah, we're up to a lot nicer. Just plodded along on third gear there, now I'm into fourth, but only 4-speed box. Keep an eye on the temperatures. It feels so much nicer to drive. I think the new shocks are doing okay as well. Still a bit. But these old T25s, you sit right over the front axles, literally. You know, so you feel everything. 40-year-old car as well. Got the trade plates on if anyone's asking and Googling and your YouTube releases. Good, all legal, taxed, MOT, insured. Down into third because can't stay in fourth. I was a bit slow there. So used to just driving around this thing in fourth gear most of the time because can't see too much smoke. I think it still does smoke a bit, but if I can't see it, coppers can't. Realised though that Germany and other countries have like the ULEZ, their own version. You have to get a green sticker or something, and I don't think they like diesels. So yeah, I've applied for one. The website was all a bit dubious. Whoa, tractor. Dropped a second. now we've changed the gearing, so basically it doesn't rev as much. So we're going to actually be in the power range a bit more, because I think what was happening was before was like, to go 60, I'm revving it past the point where it's got power. These old TDIs, they, you know, yeah, 3,000 RPM, they start getting a bit whiny after that, a bit moony. So, and as always, if you can keep the revs low, everything else is just going less, and just, yeah. The only thing you will do is obviously, you know, maybe put more strain on the gearbox, but now I've rebuilt it. Okay, we filled up with fuel, diesel, oil. We started at the petrol station. It took a few cranks to start. Never done that before. It either don't do nothing, or it just. It's just. A bit like the old days when you get carbs, when they used to sort of like get too hot and it would like boil away the fuel in the fuel line or whatever, so it took a bit of. Anyway. Checked underneath the back of the car at the petrol station, all dry. Lovely weather. Go back, have a sandwich, and do a few odd jobs, I think. Filling this hole down here. Don't know if you need to put subtitles on how loud this is, Madison. It's nice to. Anyone knows with cars, isn't it? It's getting confidence back in the car again. You know, we've done a lot of miles in this over the time. We could have done a lot more, but you know, it's always got us to where we want to go, and it's always got us back. Whether we've had to bleed the clutches while we're out, make a new throttle pedal out of an umbrella once, and carried on with the holiday still. It's a long old way to Germany. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a bit of confidence in the car, the camper. We just take it easy, we just plod there, plod back. Weekend after that, we're then going off to Cosford Air Show again. Taking 2 vans this time. We only took Madison's last time. Alright, let's get back to the workshop. Okay, one thing I always wanted to do was put a bit of sound deadening just on the top of this. It's got sound deadening underneath, the sort of acoustic, but there's a bit of drumming there, so I think it should be alright. You know, add a little bit of thickness, but not much. Anyway, so I'll do a quick video before and after Madison, see if it makes any difference with all the compressors going next door, which doesn't help. Yes, we're going to ignore the welding again. I'm going to try and tidy this area up. The wife can't see the hole in the floor, where the wife will be able to see the stereo all thing.
Brother,
Okie dokie, we've got Apple AirPlay, CarPlay just going at the moment. I've connected all 4 speakers in. I don't really know if all 4 speakers actually properly work. They're all a bit minky manky. But anyway, I still need to fix that in properly. There's a GPS that comes with it as well, but if you use an Apple Play, you don't need it. CarPlay really. It's only if you want to run the GPS or have its own speedo, things like that, stupid things. I've started to run the cable for the reversing camera, but again, I've just left that under the dash for the moment. I've got to figure out where I'm going to put that on the rear. Anyway, I don't know why it's flashing lights there as well. It's just doing something weird. Hoody hoody. Let's do the rust, Matthew. Okay, we're finishing up for the day. Just been chatting to somebody online with my wiring issues, just going through a few things. Dinosaurs are attacking. We're going to leave the welding again. It's too hot to be welding. But what I just did was I disconnected the MAF sensor because I was just doing some pin outs and just checking with him. And I started the engine up. It revs. Vroom, vroom. I don't know if anyone remembers. Basically, when I start the car, you can and you put your foot down and it doesn't go. But if you hold your foot down, it goes boom. And once it does that, it's like clears its throat. I'm all good, it says. So noisy around here just to do filming. Anyway, so I think I'm going to order up a new MAF as well as just checking a few wires. Still no oil leaks. So we're going to go test drive it now. Might be the end of the video. So if you do like this, just hit the like button, please. Leave a comment. Let us know what you're having for dinner. We're having big dogs from Lidl. And then yeah, going to go out and try and get a few miles on the camper van tomorrow. There's still jobs to be done, but I need to get some miles on it so I can get confidence that, you know, anything that's loose will fall off and anything that's not loose stays on, and we go from there. All right, if this is the end of the video, thank you for persevering and watching with me, and if you learn anything, don't give up. Just keep on trying. Don't worry, people knock you down. Get on back in. Get up. Hope that gearbox doesn't have to come out again in the next week. All right. See ya. Thank you, Madison.